Hello, welcome to Figure Form 45. This will be my very first video wherein I'll be using my real voice. For those who've been watching my videos before, I think you're all aware that it's either they were silent or I was using an AI voice. To be honest, I'm a little insecure on using my real voice because I don't think I have really very good recording voice. But since I now have 500 subscribers, and I really thank you for those. I really thank those people who subscribe to me. I guess the next step is to improve my video and now use my real voice. Okay, so we are here to review the Marvel Legends Cyclops. I think this is Astonishing X-Men costume, which is one of my favorite comics. I believe that the Astonishing X-Men storyline is one of the best written X-Men stories, and this is really one of my favorite look for Cyclops. If you would notice, he has this blast effects, but this is actually not included with his accessories. His accessories actually only this, which is basically just two alternate hands, which is really not that much. And he came with this head, but uh, this blast effect, which I think Cyclops should always have. I believe that any Cyclops figure should always have a blast effect, but this blast effect actually came from this version of X-Men, which I think is one of the old releases. If I'm not mistaken, this is like the X-Factor version. So basically, I got this from this. I got it from this one. What happened is I removed the one that is in this visor, which is, let me see. Um, this one. So basically, you can put it like this. I think you can put it back like this. Yeah. I think that's in. Is it in? Okay. Yeah, that is only how. That's actually the only visor that he has. He doesn't have any blast effect, but if you have the X-Factor version, this would work. Now, if you're wondering if let me put this here. If you're wondering if the Mifex blast effect would work, to be honest, I tried it, but this is too thin. This is too thin for him, so it does not work. Let me just put that back. Definitely one of the best Cyclops figure, but well, since it is an uh, import figure, it's a little pricey. If you would compare this Cyclops from the prior one, I think this is using that old mold which I don't like because I think because of this, I really hate I really hate that waist rotation. For me, it's really kind of weird, which I think for this one is a big improvement. Not really that big, but yeah, it works. It works better. Okay, so since this is my very first video wherein I'm also using my own voice, and uh, please excuse me if you'll hear any weird sound around. Actually, the main reason why I used to have the silent videos with the music back, the basically some company that disallowed music background or an AI voice is because it is really very loud in our place. And I hope this new microphone that I use that says that it has what do you call that, like um sound reduction. I hope it works. Okay, so as for the figure, this is actually an amazing mold, because if you would see this line, this design, it is actually sculpted. It is even actually well placed, because if you will look at the butterfly, it still connects. It doesn't break. So this is actually one of the reason why I bought this Marble Legend figure, because it is not like that one wherein they use their standard body mold and they just painted on it. In this, I love that they actually have a molded detail, and I think this is the very first Cyclops that really has a very bulky build. For me, I think Cyclops should really be bulky. I think the paint job is done pretty well. So let's go for the articulation. It can look down that far. It can look up that far, which is good. If you want to pose him, you know, using his using his blast effect up. Can you look sideward? Nah, he cannot look sideward because the neck doesn't move. For the hand articulation, double jointed, pinless, which is amazing. To be honest, the only Marble Legends that I buy now are usually the pinless one. It's actually one of the things that I look now if I will buy a figure. Unlike before, I basically buy Marble Legends every wave. Every wave they release, whatever it is, I buy it. But now I'm a little bit more choosy because um, when McFarlane handled, let me just put it up, when McFarlane handled the DC multiverse, I was really amazed with the that one. Actually, I have one there. I think that's the last night on Earth box set. I was really spoiled by McFarlane with the detailed and different sculpt he uses with his releases, and um, I was just amazed that a company can actually release action figures that doesn't use a standard mold and just paint it over. So um, to be honest, I shifted since McFarlane handled DC Multiverse. I shifted to DC Multiverse and started um, buying it more and buying Marvel Legends less. I think this year the only Marvel Legends I bought are the Renew Your Bow Spider-Man and the Daredevil 3 pack, because I love that body mold that they use for Daredevil, which is the same as the Spider-Man Renew Your Bow, and uh, Emma Frost, because
I really want to complete the Astonishing X-Men team. Sorry if I bubble, because this is actually what I'm worried about if I'm going to start talking on my videos. I tend to talk, my brain sometimes seems to go somewhere else and suddenly I shift subject. So pardon me for that. So let's go back to Cyclops. Pinless. I think yeah, I think that he has a little butterfly articulation there. Okay, that's good. Then for the diaphragm, you can go down that far, and you can go up that far. There. Another thing that I like about McFarlane is because the rotation, despite the fact that some people hate it and call it the diapher, basically. I like it because it doesn't destroy the mold when you twist the waist on the McFarlane figure. Please don't hate me if as again I keep shifting to other subjects. It's just how my brain works. Uh, Thigh articulation, and then um, another pinless joint can go that far. Does it have? Yeah, it have. So it also have articulation here, and then can go there, that, that, then it can go that far. I think the articulation is okay enough to do some dynamic poses. So let's try that. So overall, I think this is a very good Cyclops figure. I like that this Cyclops is bulky, and the articulation of this body mold is actually good. Hope they use this body mold more for future releases. And for me, I think it's a buy, especially if you are a fan like me of the Astonishing X-Men comic book. I just hope that they use this same body mold and release the Jim Lee version, that one, because yeah, that's actually one of my oldest Marvel legends, and I hope they release that Jim Lee version using this body mold. So thank you for watching, and I hope you were able to finish watching this video, except aside from the fact that sometimes I bubble. Anyway, let me just take this time to thank those people who actually subscribed to my channel despite the fact that it was voiceless or using AI. Um, I just really wanted to create this channel in order to reach people which have the same hobby as I am, because to be honest, the main reason why I'm called Figure Form 45 is because I'm a 45-year-old man who still buys and collects action figures. And I guess I came to that age wherein my friends who are basically the same age as mine still don't get why I still do this. They think that it is something that I need to grow out of. But given that I'm an accountant, by the way, given the stress of my job and basically life itself, this is actually something that that relaxes me and help me work on my mental health, because this is actually something that I haven't really had when I was a kid. Because when you were a kid, you wanted toys. That's the right time for you to play with toys. But let's face it, you don't have that. You don't have the money to buy them. When I was young, I'm basically one of those people who either have one toy every birthday, if you were lucky. Sometimes there isn't, and I remember that I create my own toys through boxes. I remember creating Optimus Prime by cartons of cigarettes. So that was the kind of childhood I had. We were we we're not poor, but basically I belong to a very average family, and toys is not really not in our priority at that time. So I guess that's why now that I've grown old and I have my job, when I had my first salary, I just I just have this attraction with toys, because I guess because right now I can buy them. This is something maybe because it's something that I missed during my childhood. That's why now that I'm a grown 45-year-old man, I'm still, I don't know. It's just it's just hard to find uh people who understand why we are grown as I'm a big grown ass man and I still play with toys. And I hope through this YouTube channel I will be able to reach out other people who have the same hobby as I am. Okay, there's a plane passing now. I hope that doesn't get recorded if this might really have a noise cancellation. Sorry, as I told you, my brain sometimes goes somewhere else. I think, yeah, basically that's the main purpose. I love this hobby. This is something that I will do as long as I want and as long as I can. Maybe not as long as I want, but as long as I can. And I hope through this channel I will find people who are basically the same age as I am, who still collect action figures and understand why we have this hobby. Because to be honest, I just don't I just I just get tired of explaining to my friends, even to my really close friends, why I do this. So thank you guys for your time, and thank you for listening to all my mumblings, and hope you watch my next video.